I grew up in St. Andrews, New Brunswick, and I graduated from the high school here. And then I left and went to Vancouver. I was there for 10 years. Then I returned from Vancouver and I was living in St. John. And while I was in St. John, I was working at a shop, and one of my coworkers asked about how they would find an officiant. He was married before in a civil ceremony, and he wanted it to be something that was spiritual but not religious. They didn't mind talking about God, but they didn't want it to be very heavily religious. But they also weren't satisfied with just the words that had to be said for a civil ceremony, which is very short and sweet. They knew that they wanted something that had a little bit more weight to it, and they wanted something that was spiritual. So I said, okay, I'll look into that. I'll see what I can do. I found a course online that was through Montclair, New Jersey. Over time, I started and took the weddings program. He and his fiance were going to be my first wedding. They actually ended up being my third because 2 other people commandeered me before them. So I did 3 ceremonies that first year, and they were all very different. And I've been doing ceremonies ever since. So what I do with couples is sit down. We have questionnaires that we work from. They each fill one out, send me a copy, and then I piece together their ceremony based on what they would like to have included. So if they would like to have a ring warming, or if they'd like to have a set in stone ceremony, or if they'd like a hand fasting, or they want to do a unity candle, any of those elements I help work out. I take into consideration their religious affiliations or lack of. If they don't have any religious beliefs, then we work out a ceremony that has some weight that will reflect on that. When clients come to me, they have the option of either writing their own vows, or I'll assist them in writing vows, or I'll write vows based on information that they gave me. They have final say over every word. So they're not going to be standing in front of people and all of a sudden somebody going off on a tangent to something that doesn't speak to them. Well, I think it's important that they know that they have final say over every word, and that my beliefs are immaterial. I've signed a contract as a Life Cycle Celebrant that says that my beliefs are immaterial to the process. I will work with them to ensure that they have the ceremony of their choice and that it reflects them personally. All of the ceremonies that I've done hold a special place in my heart, and I like that moment when you're driving down the road and you hear a song and it's from their ceremony and you remember that moment and how happy they were. And I love that moment. I love being part of those moments and those memories, and being able to really see the love that they feel for each other on that day.